Hello, welcome to Lanmou. This is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the first 2 weeks of May 2019. Thank you, Libra, for your continued support. We will be using the Akashic Tarot for the main reading and After Tarot for clarifications. We're switching things up just a little bit, but the format is still pretty much the same. And we will try to keep it under 20 minutes, okay? Let's see what message Spirit have for you, my Libra lovelies. Spirit, what message, guidance do you have for our Libra friends? Messages, guidance do you have for our Libra friends? Message, guidance for our Libra friends. Message, guidance for our Libra friends. I have a tickle in my throat, Libra. Some of you may feel a need to communicate, to express yourself. Here we go. And I feel like it's not so much that you have blockage in your throat chakra. It's more as if you're getting a little hint something is calling you to speak up about something, okay? Perhaps you've been resisting speaking up. And here we have 8 of Roses, Sangha, community, 4 of Roses, views of the ego, and 2 of Keys, the treasure. Okay, Libra. And at the bottom of the deck we have here number 6 of scrolls, which is the sense of time. So there is a, whatever it is you're dealing with, it's quite a bit emotional. At least for you, it's emotional. Sorry, I like to see my duckies, my rabbits. I say duckies, my rabbits kissing. It's like for Chinese feng shui. It used to be on my nightstand, and then I switched it to my work table here, and I think I enjoy them more right here. So we have like 2 those Roses cards deal with emotion, okay? And for you in this case, it may not be a romantic situation, this emotional issue. It may be one truly of like involve the community, perhaps involve your family group or your friendship group. It's not, I'm not getting so much so as it's a one-on-one romantic situation for you, but it is quite emotional nonetheless. And we will definitely get clarification on this reading, okay, for you Libras. So we have number 8, which is the infinity symbol up, right? 8, number of potential. But we're also gonna look at the words here. We have community. So there's a sense here, like perhaps you're feeling yourself a little bit. You're feeling at home. You're feeling comfortable in your elements, okay? Within your own little community, whether that's made up of friends and family, or just family. Wherever it is you find yourself right now, there's a sense of belonging for you, Libra. And that's followed by 4 of Roses, views of the ego, okay? And 4 being half of 8, there's a sense as if like if you are, when you are alone, or when you're looking at just yourself, because let's take a look at this card quickly. So here we have 3 people standing, right? And he's looking at in the mirror. All he sees is reflection. He doesn't see the other 2 people that are there with him. So there's a sense as if when you're in that ego space, you're not fully yourself. That's half of the 8 of Roses. That's half of the community. So when you're in that space of ego, you're looking at things to the ego. You're no longer part of the community. It's like, it's almost like you are taken away from the community, okay? And the next card we have is the 2 of Keys. And 2 of Keys is the treasure. The treasure here, you may look at it, Libra, as you just discovered that there was a treasure here. Perhaps you didn't realize that that treasure was there all along. Now this is message that's being channeled for you, okay? And or perhaps for some of you, it's a treasure that you are trying to hide. You are trying to keep under lock and keys. And then now finally you realize perhaps someone got into it. You didn't know anyone else knew about it. And here you walked home thinking your treasure is safe and secure, only to find it spilled all over the floorboard here. And who knows what's missing at this point. So what is the case for you? This is the Two of Keys. This is two ways to be, right? This is two ways to be. Just like we have 8, which is half of we have 8, and half of 8 is 4, half of 4 is 2. Do you see the situation here? So from the community to the view of the ego, your independent self, not taken away from that community, there's a loss here in the treasure. So I feel like, and by the way, at the bottom of the deck we have 6, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8 here, and underneath this we have a 2, underneath this we have an 8, and it keeps going for you, Libra. So there's a real sense here about the duality effect, the multiplicity effect of things for you, okay? Folding within itself, right? We're going 2 degrees up each time, 2 degrees up each time. So here with that sense of time, there's a sense of timing about all this. It's your understanding that it's you. And by the way, this is cool. This is the mental aspect. This is coming into clarity, understanding, right? Your intellect, using your intellect to understand the passage of time, to understand how you're using your time. Perhaps are you using your time mainly for the community? Are you involving yourself with the community, giving back to the community? Or are you spending most of your time, Libra, looking at yourself in the mirror, just thinking about yourself, and then realizing that you're not even seeing the people that are around you. You're not even seeing all that treasure that is to be have, okay? So I think like you're coming to a new understanding about what is at stake for you, okay? What is a treasure to you? What is it that's important to you? Okay? So is this card, when you look at it, are you seeing a disappointment? Are you seeing a loss of the treasure that someone has discovered, your secret chest here, your secret treasure? Or do you see it as you just yourself discovered, oh, there was a treasure here all along, okay? So and I really, the message I'm channeling for you is I think you're coming to a greater level of understanding by embracing your community, by giving back, okay, being part of the team. That is where the treasure lies for you. That is where your happy place is. When you look in the mirror and you're just so self-focused, self-centered, you just see yourself, you're in your ego space, you're not seeing those people around you, then that's when that potential loss is to be, because you'll turn around and then they may be gone because you don't see them in the mirror. So once they realize, like, oh, you don't even see us, Libra, they may all disappear. So I think you're coming to a real understanding that your treasure lies within the community. It's not just about you, okay? Libra, perhaps you've always known that, but I think you really taking this to stride to really make it like that a very important aspect of your life going forward. And I want to get a couple of, and just in case it's a romantic situation for some of you, it may be that you are dealing with someone here that was giving a lot to everybody else. So the whole community, they were really kind, they were really happy. Look at here, it seems like there's a couple and there's another gentleman here, like it's kind of like that they were, when they were out within the community with their friends and stuff, they were lively, they were happy, they were jovial, you know, they were the guy. And then once they were in, or perhaps within the relationship, when they were home during the intimate time, all they could see was themselves. They were only thinking about themselves, about being that guy so everyone could see them, right? They didn't really see you. They were so much into their ego, they couldn't really share the spotlight with you or with anybody else. And then and for you, that was a great loss, okay? And perhaps you wasted time with that person. You're just sitting there watching the time pass, waiting for things to change, and things never change, right? It was kind of like the same thing going on and on and on, again and again and again, in different format, in a different way, but it was the same thing. It's like the 2 to the 4 to the 6 to the 8, but it was the same thing, right? So let's get some clarification card here for you, Libras. Spirit, give us some clarification on the 8 of Roses. Clarification on that community card for Libra. Oh, Communication, I'm sorry, clarification. Communication just came out of my mouth. So in that community card here, and that's how it started, that tickled in my throat, Libra. For some of you, there's need to be some kind of a communication here. If you feel someone is leaving you out, if you feel someone you're not being seen, perhaps within your family group or within your friend group, within your community, you're not being seen. There's someone who's hogging the whole spotlight. By the way, I'm trying to shift this. I can see this is 6 and 8 of Swords poking out as I'm trying to drag this down a little bit. So yeah, so for some of you, you need to communicate. You need to, this is the King of Wands here, okay? The King of Wands get all the attention. He doesn't have to seek attention. He just is. He's in the spotlight no matter where he goes, no matter what he does, okay? But he's very confident. Is very passionate and is very confident, right? So this is he's not even holding to the one, he's just holding to his Scorpion, right? So there's a sense here you have to stand in the spotlight confidently, okay? Libra, if it's someone who's not sharing with you, just create your own spotlight. Stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need their acceptance, you don't need them to share with you, just be, okay? Some clarification on the Four of Roses, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, Libras, an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, that may be of particular importance to you. Four of Roses, some clarification on the Four of Roses, please, Spirit. There we go. This is the I am single card, okay? The Nine of Pentacles. This is the card of the single person in their garden, enjoying their garden, but very wealthy, right? This could be quite egotistical. We don't see ego in the card, but it could be someone who prefer their alone time than to be out there with the people, right? They're very wealthy, they're abundant, but they were hard for their abundance, and now they're just sitting there enjoying all those pentacles by themselves instead of sharing. So clearly someone may not, oh, here we go. We have a couple of cards here that wanted to come out. So we have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is really about an offer here, an offer of love. Someone is so in their ego, they're not able to share. They're having difficulty with sharing, with offering that cup of love, with showing emotions. It's not because they do not have those emotions. It's because they are so I don't know if it's fear, whatever it is, they're just so in their ego. Perhaps they're so used to get the attention. They're so used to people coming to them, they do not know how to extend the offer themselves. For some of you, this is a situation here you're dealing with, especially if this is a romantic situation. And the Two of Keys for the treasure. What can you tell the Spirit about the treasure here? Is this a loss or a new level? Oh, wow. Look at this. The Devil came out in reverse. And remember, I don't keep my cards in reverse. I shuffle all my cards and the up. Okay, on the up and up. So only when they come out in reverse, I know they're supposed to come out in reverse that way. That's it's fall here. That's the way Spirit wanted it to come out. So this is someone. This is not just. This is a negative attachment. Okay, this is lust. This is disappointment. But that lust and that disappointment has to do with that negative bad habits, if you will. It's not so much a negative entity. It's really like bad habits coming perhaps whether it's from you or someone else. If it's you doing it, Libra, just knock it out, because you belong to a very lovely group here. So there's plenty to go around for you to share, and time is passing by. You know, you can this is like Two of Keys. This is kind of like two of fire. This is like passion here, and we see that lantern over above his head. It's as if like aha moment, like I just realized, oh my gosh, like, you know. And if it's someone who came in and robbed you robbed that person because you were not sharing and you didn't see what you have until it's too late, you didn't appreciate it enough, or now someone just came in and broke into your home, so now it's gone. Now what? And because this is kind of like a loss here. A loss due to negative habits, a loss due to some negative attachment, okay? Or perhaps got someone so attached to the limelight or to their friends, wanting to be that person, wanting to be that it person. They don't know how to just be one-on-one in the relationship, how to share. Okay, this is all the negative aspect of the devil card here. If someone has a drinking habit, if someone just is always like me, have lots of selfish tendencies, that's a devil card. If someone have like some kind of like addictions, okay, whether it's gambling, alcoholism, drugs, whatever it is, even if it's like a codependency to somebody else. I want to take one more. Just give us one more, please, on the treasure, on the two of keys for Libra spirit. Wow, that's the card that came out for you, the moon. And in this case here, we have the devil in reverse and the moon coming right, and it fell right on there. This is letting us know there are secrets. This is the shadow aspect of someone. Someone is dealing with the shadow self, okay, with the shadow aspect, the negative part of themselves here. Libra, if this is you, oh, look at this underneath, oh my goodness, 7 of swords here. 7 of swords here is about the lies and the deceit, okay? And there's like, I can see this card 3 times in a day, and I can read it 3 times in that 3 separate, different, completely total different meanings, because it depends on the other cards around it. And it's so loaded, there's so much to it. So Libra, if it is you that is in this situation, if it is you that is so, and I feel there's a sense of selfishness here, that is so selfish, that want, but does not know how to share, how to be part of a group, how to be part of a community. Please, like, take this time during this full moon time, this new moon time, set new intention, because Taurus are very caring people. They're very grounded and they like to give. Take this time to learn to really nurture the feminine aspect of yourself, that you can learn to share with other people, that you can share the spotlight. However, if it's someone else who's doing that to you, if it's someone else who, I'm the king, that are so strong in their own personality, that stands so strong in their power, will get a lot of attention and do not know how to share. And especially if it's a romantic situation, they're not extending a hand, the loving hand, that cup of love to you, that new beginning that you seek. They would rather stay alone in their garden, enjoying all their abundance all by themselves. They don't see other people around them that are standing there encouraging them. You don't need that, because during this time here, somebody's dealing with some very negative tendencies, and that is what's causing that sense of loss. Okay, the 2 of keys here, it's a loss. Perhaps 2 is the number of partnership. Perhaps it's a loss of a partnership. Perhaps, oh, that was fast. This is the whispers of love. If it is a love situation for you, what message do we have? Woman's. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the union of hearts. A love connection defies explanation. So, and yes, the devil card can be codependency, okay? Especially with the moon card here. That's deep-seated emotions for some people. Mixed with that devil card in reverse, that's like a codependent relationship. It says here, defies explanation. You cannot let go. You're so attached to that person. Things are not good. It's like those couples that fight, they're in it just to fight dangers, the fighting just as much as the lovemaking. It's kind of like, oh, that antagonistic relationship. It's kind of like, this is kind of like this. It's very unhealthy, but there you are hooked to each other, okay? And let's remember, the devil is number 15, which goes down to a 6. That's also the Lovers card, okay? So it's like 2 people chained together at the feet of the devil. Like they're like literally on top of each other here. Like that's it. Like they are bounded, and perhaps by their own negative energy, by their own bad habits, by their own addiction. Perhaps they're addicted to each other. Okay, it's a very interesting situation here, because we have all this 2, 4, 6, 8. That's what we're dealing with. Or 8, 4, 6, 2. Regardless, there is a sense here of that duality aspect, of that multiplicity. Like the problem is just gonna keep getting bigger, not smaller, okay? If you don't correct the course here, Libra, this is kind of like very heavy. But the woman's card tells you, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So if it is you who is all up in your ego, if it is you who has not learned yet how to share, especially in a romantic situation, Spirit is asking you to literally knock it out. Knock it off. Whatever the expression is. Like, stop it. You know, show attention. Show as much attention to your loved one as much as you would to your friends and your community, okay? They need to see that. They need to feel it. Don't just assume that they know, or because you said it once 5 years ago, they should know. Like, you know, because it's in your head that they should know. Like, lavish them. They say lavish. Not just tell them, not just show them, but show them all the time in a very outlandish way. That's what lavish is. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Show them, and show them consistently. Okay? That you care, that you love them. Show them affection and attention. Don't be showing it to everyone else except for your loved one. That's a message here for some people, very strong. Okay, and at the beginning of the reading, I tickled in my throat, and I told you some people, it's not like you have a blockage from communicating in your throat chakra. It's most like you're repressing it. You're not expressing what you should, and the same holds still holds. It's as if you can express it. You're not blocked. You know how to do it, but you're such into a me phase. You're such so stuck in your ego space that you're not willing to share the love. And Spirit is asking you, you need to share the love here, Libra, okay? But if someone is not doing it for you, you need to let them know, I'm not feeling the love, and I need to feel the love. If you care for me, you love me, share the love. At the bottom, what we have here, we have inner temple devotion, tuning to the portal of your heart. Tuning to the portal of your heart. Okay, devotion, inner temple, devotion. How devoted are you to your loved one? And by the way, at the bottom of the deck, as I'm reading this, what came out of my mouth at the bottom. So let me show it to you. They really want you to see that. No, wait, postpone, pause, say no. So what I'm getting here for some of you, if you are like ready to walk out on that person, if you like ready to walk out on this group of people, if it's a group of people you're dealing with, Spirit is telling you to postpone this, to wait, to say no. Don't walk out, okay? Don't walk out just yet. And if it's someone who's leading you to a path where you know it's taking you away from your family, from your friends, it's taking you away from them because they just want all your time, they want to consume you, or you the one who's doing it to them, just say no. Stick to the group. There's power here in the group. That's where the treasure is, okay? Yes, stay with your loved ones, be with your loved ones, share the love with them, but Spirit is saying here, don't just walk away. Be devoted. Stay in your devotion here. Tune into the portal of your heart. Follow your heart in this. Don't be stuck in your mind. The mind deals with the ego. Remember, there's a sense of timing here. It's as if to say, it's not time yet, okay? It's either they're asking you to pause. Here, at first I'm like, okay, is it like the time has gone by so fast, you've been waiting for a response? If that's the case, you feel like you're wasting your time, it's still not the time yet to take action. Spirit is saying for you to wait, to postpone taking action, to perhaps stay devoted to your relationship or to your loved one. And I hope this reading resonates, or if it's for some of you to be one thing and different part of it may resonate with other people, please always watch this general reading. Understanding it's a general message for the collective, and apply it to your life as it fits. And I do appreciate your support, Libra. Thank you so much. Come back again in mid-month, and I'm starting to think like starting in June I may do weekly general reading instead of bi-weekly, because I don't do the dailies anymore, and it seems like so much time passes by before I come to talk with you guys. So let me know, okay? For those of you who comment or who have an opinion of it, let me know if you'd rather those be weekly instead of bi-weekly. And once again, thank you, Libras. Enjoy beginning of May. It's getting warm, and come back again. Remember, love is the only answer.